go, Shrek! Come on, give me a kiss!
People love my blowjob face.
It's a dictionary of dicks. What's wrong with this?
And mostly when I play, I'm like, I'm blowing shit up!
We have a self-jerking machine.
That's hot!
Aw, Mario, stop touching me. I'm your brother Luigi.
Pre-recorded live from across these great United States! Sometimes you like to play with other things, but let's play with ourselves!
Sweet Jesus, I'm a goat.
Oh, I was thinking, does that mean there's like a sour Jesus? I almost said genius. Thank you for dying on the cross for my sins, genius. It's like, you didn't even learn my name, dude.
Well,
What?
Jesus was a genius of the soul.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a, Lifetime TV show now.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Gamerpixie222 Genius of the Soul.
Yeah, bow down before me and give me money.
How did it turn into some sort of cult?
I thought
it was like, chicken soup for the soul. It's some kind of and you're like,
what is on
poison
Lifetime?
Kool-Aid.
Like Lifetime, like I don't know. What I always think of Lifetime is like those ones where they live stream the churches, like the preachers.
No. Isn't that the girl channel where it's like Becky Sue had enough and left her husband because he ran over the kids?
She had nothing left of her husband because he ran over kids.
I'm not going to be kept down by your dick oppression anymore.
I thought you were going to say she doesn't have anything left of her husband because he exploded. I was like,
were the kids made of dynamite?
I don't know.
Those kids were dynamite in school, and that's why it was so sad.
Aw. Yeah,
well.
It's painful to lose an A student. Hi guys, welcome back to Let's Play With Ourselves. This is episode number 10.
I can't believe we made it to 10.
I know, right? I can't believe we even made it into 1.
Now I feel bad. You didn't have any faith in stuff.
Myself. It was myself. I don't have faith in myself.
Welcome to Depression Cast.
Oh, man.
Welcome to Low Self-Esteem. I can't even make words cast.
That'll happen.
How are you?
I'm good. Like you said, this is Depressed Cast. I feel a little burnt out. Got a new PC! And been doing the learning curve all day and having anxiety from that. It was actually funny. Being an anxious person, I went out shopping. Like, this was yesterday. I went out shopping and I was like, oh, I'm gonna go out once and I'm gonna buy a candle warmer because I'm anxious about lighting candles and leaving them lit and shit. So I went to Michael's. And then Best Buy was, like, right next door, and I was like, oh, maybe I should go look for a PC. I don't want to. So I kind of walked in there being sort of antisocial, looking down, like, And then the sales clerk was like, how can I help you? And I was like, I want a game PC. Nothing too great. And then, an hour and a half later, sitting there, and he's like, do you want to apply for a Best Buy credit card? And I was like, no, just give me my computer. It was insane.
I used to always go there, but then eventually I quit because I got sick of the fact that they'd always try and upsell you on things. You'd be like, I just want to buy this thing and leave.
That was that. And then, I don't know, he wasn't being mean, the dude, but, he was just, he didn't get that I was really anxious about purchasing the computer, that alone. So, when he was like, what do you want this? And I was like, yeah, I'll take it, I guess. Sure. And then he was like, well, you want to go to a better graphics card? And I was like, just stop it. And he's like, this is your warranty. You can get this if you spill water on it. Then they'll, fix it. I was like, oh, that's more money, man. That's a lot of money, Scoob. So, yeah, long story short, I got that new computer, and you can't even hear it. In last episode, if you could hear a ghost moaning.
It's so silent. You're right. Last time it was like...
Yeah, no, it was not giving up the ghost. In fact, I think the ghost was tied down and was probably moaning because it wanted to be set to the big processor in the sky. Yeah, this thing's quiet. It's so quiet that when I started it this morning, I thought it was broken. I was like, wait a minute, why are you so quiet? And the only time it made a loud noise is when I tried to install one of my precious Nancy Drew games, which would appear that all of them except for, I don't know, what would this be? I'm gonna go geeky all of a sudden. Mystery 27 and under, there's 32 games, are not compatible with the graphics or something, so I was trying to install, I don't know, Mystery 12, and then the computer did make a loud sound. Like, not as loud as my old computer, but it was still pretty loud, and I was afraid I was gonna break it, but no breaks.
Like, what kind of noise? Like, the disc is whirling, or just, like, crash?
No, crash. I like to think I put the disc in there and you just hear like the glass. It's just like, No, I could hear the fan, which was saying something because I played Outlast earlier today, just to do some testing of it, and I didn't hear the fan at all. So it's a better graphic game. I assume it takes more to process it, like more processing power, but I don't know, But that's me. I got a new computer, and I'm happy and super anxious about it. But luckily, since I had that candle warmer, I was able to warm sweet scented candles as I assembled the computer today, and it calmed me down a little bit. So
what's the candle warmer? Does that just melt the candle without fire?
Yes, it does. It's like a heating pad. It's like a hot plate, but for candles. But you can't put like food on it because I guess it will not work. You know what? I think that's worth experimenting. I should probably buy one and then heat it up and then crack an egg on it. I think we'd do that. Kind of add that to the end of one of our podcasts, see if it worked.
That would be, if you do that, you should make a video of that.
I will, definitely.
I'm sure the people that are listening, someone's going to want to know what the specs of your computer are. It's okay if you don't have them, but someone's going to, they're going to be like, well, what are the speckity specs? It's got to doohickey with the video
It's
card.
got a NVIDIA GeForce GT 720, which is, I just remember that off the top of my head. Do
you think all those letters mean something, or they're just like, put some more letters and numbers in there to look cool?
I'm not sure what the GT is.
Graphics Turbo, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, that's actually pretty good. I was going to say, good thing. I wasn't entirely sure, though. There's a nice little hiccup in Skype there. But we'll keep talking. I'll keep talking.
I like the idea that it would be a good thing.
Good thing, 720. Apparently that doesn't really matter. It was like the last two numbers mattered. Like the 7, I guess, doesn't matter. It was like anything between 80 and some other number. I wasn't listening to the guy because I was like, oh my god, I want to leave here. There's people staring at me. Because I went in there and there's nothing wrong with this, but they were kind of like, are you buying this for your boyfriend? And I was just kind of like, no.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, no, because I didn't know
Did
really
you go
what
buy
I was
that?
talking about.
Did you go buy that in 1960?
I know. Like, it was weird, but the reason they said it, I'm not too, I'm not gonna be too. Well,
You're
when I
too fucking
explained
nice. You are too nice.
Well, the way I walked in there was like, I want a game computer. I don't know what I want though, and they were kind of like, oh, you buying this for a boyfriend or something? Like, they meant like as a gift, and I was like, no, I'm buying it for myself. And then I explained to him, I'm like, no, I've been a console gamer my whole life, so this is really new to me. And he was like, oh, okay. And then I explained to him how consoles work briefly, and he was like, oh yeah, no, you know what you're talking about. I don't think he's being inherently sexist. I think it was just kind of like, I did come in there.
I don't know, man. That sounds like it is. It's like, oh, women, they don't play games. When almost half of all gamers are women.
Yeah, we are the majority of, the human race, so.
You didn't have to brag about it.
Hey, wars are still going on. I mean, I heard that with the majority of women is not going to happen, so I think, don't worry. That was a weird thing to say, but I've actually heard that once. It was like, if women ruled the world, there wouldn't be wars. I'm like, bitch, are you crazy? There'd be so many wars, man. Be over like, oh, look, Stalin's wearing those shoes.
There'd be wars over things that happened 8 years ago.
Stalin wore those shoes 8 years ago. No. Women, you know what the secret of women and men are?
Dicks and vaginas?
Well, that's not a secret. That's pretty blatantly obvious. I mean, come on. Paul, step up your game. What are you doing? Okay. It's that they're basically the same when it comes to human, stuffs.
True.
Both violent, both get protective, both get hungry, both get tired, both get emotional, whatever.
Both play video games. Someone needs to tell that guy at Best Buy that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I guess someone should.
You're always so nice, though. You always give people the benefit of the doubt. You're like, it's okay. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You've been doing, like, Let's Plays forever.
Well, the reason I wasn't going to get mad at him is because I was just like, well, I have no idea what I want. So I was going to be like, yeah, you could be saying that I was not knowing.
Should be like, bitch, I got more views on YouTube. I play more games than you know, man.
What if I was, like, talking to someone who's super popular on YouTube?
If he was super popular, why is he working at Best Buy?
Touche. Well, I'm not super popular, but I'm kind of popular, and I work at a froyo place. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need to quit my job, and then I'll become way popular.
Well, I'm sorry to get all indignant, but I want to shove his face into the ground. I mean...
Aww. Paul, you're so like, much damn good. And you know what? I like that about you. It's nice to watch.
Well, I mean, like, I don't know. Guys don't have that problem with gaming, you know, because of how the stereotypes are. But, like, tons of women game. And, like, you've been doing Let's Plays longer than I have.
Yep.
And, like, your first
story is...
you're
more popular than I am. Sexism?
No, it's because kidding. I put out a billion videos.
You do. I'm like, maybe 2 a week. That's cool, man.
My path to success was not quality, but quantity. Like, I'm putting out videos every other second. Someone's gonna watch something.
At least your video quality is way better than mine, which is nice. Not for long, though, with my new computer.
I'm jelly. Do you have some computer games lined up that you're looking forward to LPing?
Yes. Outlast. What were you gonna say?
I was like, I hope you elaborate on that. I thought you were just gonna say yes and stop.
Well, okay. Now you're tempting me here.
Please continue.
Well, yes, like Outlast. Totally wanted to LP that a while ago, and it's funny because like yesterday, day before yesterday, maybe I recorded it because I got it to work on my 7, but it just looks so freaking horrible. But I was able to use that footage because I recorded with Fraps and I uploaded it to YouTube very briefly. It was like super briefly, and I was like, y'all, do you want me to play this blind and record it now even though it really looks like shit, or do you want me to wait till I get a new PC? I may play it all the way through beforehand. And then someone commented and they're like, oh no, like rather you play it with better graphics because you're getting a lot of hate and all that stuff. And it was weird because I thought that it would take me a lot longer, not just the next day, to get a new PC. So Outlast, definitely, because I already sort of teased it to people. I was like, I'm gonna play this. Cry of Fear, which hopefully is compatible with the stuff on this computer. I'm sure it'll be easier to use. That's that Half-Life 2 mod, which is a horror game. And I was told that the graphics card it has right now, I should be able to run, like, BioShock and all this other stuff. So I want to do a Let's Play of BioShock. Rather do it on the computer than on console because I like the controls better. And honestly, like, this computer, yeah, right now, for, like, PC LPs and this capability, like, yeah, that's pretty much it at this time. Maybe some BioShock. It's like, you just talked about it, Sweetums. Come on, you should know the name. But Outlast and Cry of Fear are my first ones, because that's all I really have right now. Plus, I dropped so much money, I don't really have the money to buy more games, so little steps at a time.
But the great thing about PC gaming is if you're like me, now you can wait for the Steam Summer Sale or the one that's going to come up around Christmas, and you're like, I can buy all these games for $10.
Seriously? No, I'm actually very much looking forward to that, and yeah, maybe I'll actually play Amnesia 2 Machine for Pigs or something at some point. Even though I watched someone play that and I didn't like it, but, you know, my take on it, a lot of people, Gamerpixie, can you play this? And I'm like, dude, all these other people have played this already, and they're like, but I wanted to see you play it. And I was like, what is wrong with you?
I get that too. Not that people call me Gamerpixie, but people are like, you should play this game, and I'm like, why? And they're like, I like to watch you play it. I'm like, I don't understand.
Yeah, I mean, like, I get it in the sense that, like, with O.M. Garrett, I love that guy, and I love him to play anything that I'm like, whoa, I totally was curious about this, and a ton of other people played it. I'll watch you play it. But overall, like, I don't know. I'm pretty content with what people pick to play. It's weird.
Sorry, I was thinking about comments I got earlier today on my Sid Meier's Pirates game. I named my guy Van Cunton because I'm classy like that.
Oh, yeah.
And some dickweed today is like, hey, I'm going to watch someone else who doesn't have a potty mouth. I was like,
what?
Somebody wrote and commented on my video, I'm going to go watch someone else who doesn't have a potty mouth. I was like, oh, thanks for being a judgmental asshole and writing on my video.
Oh, that's weird. Actually, that's funny that you say someone commented, because that's, or made a weird, like, kind of rude, weird comment. Because that happened to me this morning. I slept in, because I was like, oh yeah, I've been waking up early all work week, so I slept in today. And I was like, oh, I gotta set up my computer. I wonder if I got comments on some videos, because I replied to comments, and I opened up, my email on my phone. And I got a couple replies from comments. I was like, oh, cool, like, yeah, I talked to them or whatever. And then I got 2 comments that were really weird on my Barbie 12 Dancing Princesses LP, which I never check anymore, because I'm just like, people are leaving, like, symbols from, like, the Cyrillic alphabet on there, like, out of context, like, it makes no sense. I'm like, backwards N. Okay. I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this. And then there's, like, Argentinian stuff, like people writing like millionaires. It was really weird. But the one I got today was, or 2 of them I got was, you aren't even funny. And I was just kind of like, I thought it was kind of funny because I was going to reply and be like, bitch, tell me something I don't know. But I was like, oh, she's probably a little kid, whatever. And then the next one was, oh God, like it didn't make any sense. It was like, oh wow. Not parentheses, like, oh, wow, quotations, you just learn, and quotations, how to play, quotation, 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 and I think she meant, like, ellipses, she meant ellipses, but I was like, huh, okay, so that kind of started the day. That's why I was a little like, oh God, technology, maybe that person's right, maybe I'm not funny, maybe this technology's better than me.
See, you're the opposite of me. I just get angry at everybody, even sometimes when they're nice about things.
Oh, really? So when I post on your videos,
no, you're always nice. I always like your comments. I mean, the good comments I like, but
the good ones I make you like. Okay, what are the good ones?
You were like, you game pretty good, Super Paul. Manly times. I might have made that up in a dream. I don't know. The ones I get mad at is when people are rude. I mostly get mad when people are ignorant. And if I'm not sure, I get mad. If it's a comment, I've had times before where someone quotes something I say in a video, and I'm about to like tear them a new a-hole online because it's really serious. And then I'm like, wait, did I say that in the video? And then I find I did. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, no, people didn't do that with me, but like weird stuff. They'll be like jiggly wiggly, and I'll be like, yeah, whatever. And I'll be like, oh, it's in quotations. Did I say that? And then I'll come see the whole 20-minute video.
That's why I put my comments in quotations, or like when I watch your videos or someone and I quote them because I don't want them to think I'm just being a dickhead.
Yeah, and then I usually give a time mark too, just in case, because I'll forget to quote things, so I'll just be like, blah, 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 and put it next to a time mark.
I do the same thing. I love it when a viewer does that, because I can click on it and see. If they don't, it's like, I'm not watching that half-hour video to find out where it is. I would if I had time, but...
Especially, like, the longer videos. Like, yeah, time marks is cool. Actually, I left like the longest comment on someone's I'm watching their LP of The Walking Dead season 1, and like she's uploading like half an hour, maybe like 25 minutes increments or episodes, and I was like, oh my God, there's so much to comment on, so I had a ton of time marks, and then I like was writing this thesis about how dumb some of the characters were, and then at the end I was like, oh, I'm sorry, this was kind of a long comment, I'll try not to be like as long in the next one. And she's like, no, man, I love it, it's cause I'm cool, I got to see what you're talking about and stuff, and I was like, oh, cool, no, that's nice. So people appreciate time marks. Makes their life easier. I
always feel bad when I comment on videos like that, though, because then I do it sometimes on some of your videos where I spam, like, 4 different comments, because I'm like, oh, I want to comment on this, at this, at this. I can't wait until the end of the video, I gotta start writing now.
Well, that's funny because, like, I don't know. So that's why you do that. That's why there's more than one comment. Because you'll, like, comment and then you'll wait and then you'll find something else in the video and then you'll be like, oh, I'm going to comment on that. I kind of do the same thing, but what I'll do is I'll open the comment box and then I'll, like, while I'm in the beginning, if I see something and I'm like, time box this shit, I'll put it down in the comment. And then I'll just watch the rest of the video. And if I find something to comment on, I'll, like, add it to the text of the comment box. Doesn't always work because sometimes YouTube is really weird, and if you don't have the comment box highlighted, like, specifically, it's done this when it's been highlighted, like, even when the little text icon thing, the little line is, like, blinking. If I press back because I want to record something, it ends up reloading a previous page.
I had that when I recorded the Oregon Trail. That was, like, the second Let's Play I ever did. I had it recorded in a web browser. And I was, like, at the very end, and I had everybody alive. I was just about to beat it, and then I hit the backspace button, and I, backed out of the browser tab, and, like, I couldn't end the game, and I was like, no!
That sucks. I've never had that happen to me before. Well, I haven't... Wait, so did you play that game, like, in a Flash thing?
Yeah, it was like that. There's a site where you can play all kinds of old Apple II games for free. And so that's what I did. And then I just, like, did a screen capture and recorded it with... I used a screen capture and an XSplit and used Fraps to record it. There are probably better ways. Like, OBS is probably easier to do now.
I think, yeah, at this point. But was OBS out?
No, OBS didn't exist back then.
Oh my god, back in the dinosaur days of Oregon Trail Paul times.
I had a dinosaur-powered computer, and it was like, it's a living! It's like, Flintstones.
I just thought of like a cute, really old, knee-high to you Tyrannosaurus Rex, like kind of looking at you with the corner of his eyes and his little arms being like, it's a living! Like, thanks.
I think that was half the things the animals on the Flintstones said were things like that.
It's a living. Well, I haven't seen...
TV?
Yeah, no. Well, I was like, I haven't seen the Flintstones in so long. So, like, Bonnie and Fred. You know how I know that, too? It's because of the, Cocoa Pebbles and Fruity Pebbles commercials. He's like, Bonnie, why are you stealing my pebbles? Because they're deliciously good. Also sleeping with your wife. Yeah, That's the kind of comedy we're going with here. So I'm going to throw the ball over in your court. What are you doing that's new?
At the moment, I'm on a podcast with you. I find that pretty exciting.
Well, I didn't ask you what was exciting. I asked you what was new. Now answer my questions before I get angry.
What is this, the goddamn Spanish Inquisition?
Nobody expects.
I was hoping you were going to do that. I was like, it's set up. Plus, it's two things. It's like a Star Trek quote and then a Python quote, so all the nerds can love it.
Love me. Please.
Oh, I thought you were going to say love me some nerds. You're like, no, please just love me. This past weekend, I helped with a charity event called Artists for Life, where they get artists from different parts of the country that they perform online in an online concert. And so that was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Usually I do videos every day of the week, basically either render or record. So I took 3 days off where I was really busy with that, so I was exhausted after that. And this week has been mostly playing catch-up on trying to catch up on videos. Not make catch-up, but you know what I mean.
Play catch-up? And then you mean catch up on videos?
Yeah, trying to catch up on, like, the 3 days where I wasn't making videos or rendering them.
Oh, I was gonna ask you what catch-up was. I was like, how can you play catch-up? What is this? Is this another dating sim? What is this? Play catch-up.
I did play some dating sims in, like, the last week or two.
Were they good?
One of them's called, Kokoro no Doki Doki Senpai? And it is the craziest game. It's this guy named Lucas, a viewer, recommended it. And at one point, it's got a little girl running around with, like, boobs flapping around. And I'm like, oh. And it's not like it's sexy, because it's, like, drawn in a really silly, almost Adventure Time type cartoon aesthetic. And I haven't rendered that out yet, but I was like, oh man, am I going to have to censor that? Because there's going to be some asshole on YouTube who's going to be like, oh, I can't handle that.
Children boobs. Oh, whatever. Your mom could handle children boobs.
That sounds wrong.
Your mom is a dick. Anyway, please continue. How was that Artist for Life? Was it pretty grueling what you had to do, or was it, pretty straightforward? You just had to do it a lot.
It was that. It's like if you have a job that's easy, but you have to do like 12-hour days, and I had to be there the whole time just in case, because I was also the backup host in case something bad happens. So
did anything bad happen? You had to become the backup host?
No, luckily not. But I did have other responsibilities as well. So.
I would assume that if they're like, oh, one of our hosts just fell down the stairs,
No!
I don't know, like, a thing. Now their butt hurts too much for them to actually record. Here's our assistant, Guy Paul, and then it goes to your webcam, and you just got like big old bags under your eyes, and you're like, Artists for Lives. You just kind of explain things. I don't know, because when I was texting you, and you're like, I'm really tired. I was like, okay.
Well, I didn't sleep for all Friday and all of Saturday. I didn't sleep at all.
Oh, God. What, they didn't give you any...
Well, no, there were some other personal things that happened. A friend of mine ended up having to go to the hospital at the same time.
No. I'm really sorry.
So I kept them some company on Skype prior to them going to the hospital, and then I stayed up to check on them. So it was like two different things happening at once.
Yeah. Well, you're a sweetie. So, yeah, I can see where that would actually be like, like, oh shit, well, I'm going to stay up and help my friend. Oh shit, I also have to do this web thingamabob.
You saying, though, the whole part of my butt hurts, that's the thing I wish I could most tweet or post on Facebook on a day where you're like, my butt hurts today. But it's like, I don't want to have to deal with all the people who are going to be like, oh, butt sex, ha ha ha.
Be like, it's not always butt sex.
No, I should have. You see, that's the right response. You're a genius.
Well,
all these years I've dealt with the problem of I want to write that, but I have no comeback. And you're like, bam.
It ain't butt sex, y'all. There are other ways to hurt the buttocks. Sitting on a porcupine. I didn't do that. Sometimes I'll be like sitting on my chair with my legs propped up on the table like some sort of seductive detective.
Sex
and my
detective.
butt will hurt that way.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, that's usually what happens to me.
Mystery. Sorry.
Oh.
Your butt goes numb?
Well, when I play console games, or like when I podcast right now, I put my legs up on the desk, and after a while, when you sit in the same way like that, you're like, oh, my buttocks are in pain.
Yep, mine goes numb. I don't know if it's because it's so big and meaty. It's not.
Can you show off? Then you're like, punch me as hard as you can in my buddy. My buddy? My booty.
My booty's my buddy.
My
it's
booty. And then people are like, man, she's got the iron ass.
I do, in the sense that I can put it near a fireplace and it will heat up. Then I can go sit on people's laps and burn them into telling us secrets. Whatever.
I like your imagination.
I like mine too. Sometimes it doesn't work really well though. Actually, sorry, that probably blew out the mic, but have you ever, like, you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to bed, and then you lie in bed.
I have gone to bed before. Oh, sorry.
Have you gone to bed with someone?
Not in a long time. Depression cast. You were saying though?
Me neither, so we're cool. Also, my bed's not big enough. Anyway. I like how I was like, well, it's not because I can't sleep with people, it's just because my bed isn't big enough. Yeah, that's the problem. That's totally the problem here. No, anyway, like, sleeping, you're like, oh, I'm tired, I'll go to sleep. And as soon as your head hits the pillow, you're just kind of like, you're not awake, but you're like, whoa, I have this daydream that I forgot about. And then you kind of just dream about you're awake, but you just kind of imagine it and think it out, and then you, like, it might be an hour later, and you're like, whoa, I was totally in this story realm in my brain, and now I'm not tired anymore. Has that ever happened to you?
All the time. All my life I've dealt with chronic insomnia, so that's something that happens regularly.
Yeah, no, that's me too. Like, and then it's weird, because, like, I don't know if it's because the rhythm, well, I sleep with a fan on, so I don't know if it's just, like, the environment of the room, like the constant temperature, the comfortableness, the way my blankets feel on my body, which I know sounds weird, but if you're comfortable, then you don't really think about it. And hearing the fan, like, it creates this, like, I'm not gonna sleep, but I'll daydream about something for a while, and I'll just get so wrapped up into it, and then like, if it hasn't been long enough, like, because sometimes I'll daydream about something and then I have to get up to go get some water or something, and I'll be really tired, like, oh man, like, I don't want to get up, and then, like, if I lie back down, like, I can't sleep, but I'm just thinking about that daydream, and it's like, after at least an hour, maybe half an hour, I'm, like, not tired anymore. It's really weird. I'm saying that because it happened last night. It usually happens to me, but it totally happened last night. I had a browser open, I was watching videos, and I was like, oh, I'm tired, I'm gonna go to bed. And I turned off my computer, and then I immediately thought of stuff, which I cannot talk about on the podcast, because it was super, like, adult, beautiful things that involved me and other people. I'm so happy I did that. Sorry, go ahead.
You saying browser makes me wonder, in the Mario Princess Kingdom, do you think someone's ever like, open another browser? And Bowser's like, what? You want me? No, I said browser. I'm sorry.
Oh, mamma mia, you fat fuck.
Somebody's gonna be like, I want to hear more about sex daydream. Sorry.
Well, they were not as good as they probably would have been in real life.
Most fantasies tend to be that way, though.
Well, I think fantasies are probably better than the actual thing, because in fantasies you can be like, there was never an awkward moment.
Yes.
You're like, I thought this out. It's like, he put his hand on my thigh, I put my hand on his face. It's not like if a guy randomly was like, not randomly, but someone you knew randomly was like, and you're like, but you really think about it. You might not smack him either, but, you know.
It's like I have one snaggle tooth because my teeth aren't great, so I've had once or twice in the past. Okay. I know I'm bragging. No,
I just think it's funny because I'm like, where is this going to be awkward interaction with snaggled teeth?
I'm not going down on someone if that's what you were worried about.
Yeah, it's weird. Like if you use that to pleasure people.
You want a tooth job? Ah.
Oh my god, that feels so good. Anyway.
Yeah. But sometimes I've had once in a great while where you make up with someone and then your teeth hit their teeth and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that's happened to me. And, like, you know, in daydreams that doesn't happen.
Exactly.
And it can't happen unless that's something you want, but, or it's like a segue. I don't know.
That's how you segue into stuff? Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I just assumed, like, it would be, like, if you're like, in my daydream, I'm making out with this guy, and then our teeth snaggle waggles, and then this guy comes in and is like, don't touch that man, he's my boyfriend. And I don't know.
Sounds like a gangbang's about to happen. I've seen this movie before.
What movie is that?
Nerd Boners 2.
Oh, Nude Boners 2. You know, I saw the first one. It was okay. There wasn't enough boners. Or nerds. It's like two guys in a room being like, wow, I'd really like to jumpstart your hard drive. And he's like,
I'd like to too, but I'm too nervous, I gotta go by.
Yeah, in hindsight, they probably should have wrote that character a little different. You know, come on, that's what daydreams are for. Also, I'm really kidding, like, if anyone wants to know what I was daydreaming about last night, it was mostly, like, this is gonna sound really sad, but it was mostly about me, like, having a career and, like, living in my own apartment.
Those
no
are realistic,
sexy times last time.
Those are realistic life goals, though.
Yeah, well, realistic, I mean, like, having sex with 3 guys at once is realistic, isn't it? Really? Come on. A girl can dream.
If you're a whore, if you're someone I used to date, I'm not bitter.
That's me.
I'm assuming you're drinking a milkshake when you make that noise.
I wish I was. You know what's nerve? Okay.
I loved all those noises. Remember, like, in the earlier podcast, you're like, this is the podcast where Paul makes weird noises.
Oh, yeah, I was like, you make weird noises, and I emulate them.
Now you've joined the weird side of the force.
I have. Well, I still can't get the down yet. And I'm the drunk guy. That was actually a pretty good one.
You made an R2-D2 sound in one of your LPs, though.
Whoa!
There you go, see?
That's a weird sound. When I was a kid, it always really scared me. It, like, made the nerves on my back kind of like, ugh. Like, he's a robot. Why does he go, whoa? It's weird.
I'm impressed by the job he did. I'm easily amused, though. I'm like, yes, do it again.
Well, can you do a Chewbacca thing?
No.
I can't. I just, no.
Han, I'm not happy with my life choices. Wouldn't it be surprising in the new Star Wars films if that was really all that time he was just clearing his throat when he was doing his, like, Chewbacca roar, and then he's got, like, and he's got a proper voice.
Han, I don't think you should be so gritty.
You know what I bet sucked on the Millennium Falcon is I bet Chewbacca ruined that toilet. With just, like, how big he is and stuff.
Well, there's 2 toilets.
Do they have separate toilets?
Yeah, well, I mean... Whoa. Wait a minute. So, like... What if Han and Chewbacca are...
Oh, no, this is how fan fiction is written.
He's a giant, hairy, you know... And he's the perfect woman. He doesn't talk. That is such a 50s joke. I'm so glad I got it in there.
I was just imagining that Luke walks in.
What are you guys doing?
And like, and like Chewie's got makeup on and like a girl hat, and then like
a girl hat,
and then like Chewie and Han just stare at him, and then like Luke just kind of walks away, kind of like in The Shining when you see the guy with the dog mask blowing the other guy, and he just walks away. He's like, okay, I saw that.
You know, that makes me think. I want to see that movie again. Is that a Stephen
King
or
like
John Carpenter? The Shining, yeah.
Stephen King did. Stephen King book. Stanley Kubrick did that version of it, and Stephen King didn't like it, even though it's like the best Kubrick
film.
Yeah.
What else did he do though?
Kubrick?
Yeah, I mean that we might know of.
Full Metal Jacket, Clockwork Orange, Lolita.
That's a bad movie. I don't
Which
remember. Clockwork Orange.
I love that film.
I know, me too, but it doesn't mean it's good.
It's not exactly an upbeat film, if that's what you're looking for.
No, it isn't that either. What's the... God, I saw like the actor...
Spartacus. Doctor Strangelove.
Yeah.
Who's the actor that... What?
Oh, God, fucking... Whoever plays the lead bowler hat underwear wearing guy.
Malcolm McDowell?
Malcolm McDowell, yeah. I saw him in a movie about... It's like a 90s movie about these guys, this company that was putting together like a server or something. And what it was going to do is like when they put the server, ginormous, amazing computer together, it was going to create like either holes in time, maybe? Like magnetic holes in time. And he was there, and he's just sitting there, and I was staring at him the whole time, and I was just like, who is this motherfucker? And then at the end, he's like, I'm gonna die with this. And I was like, oh, it's the guy from Clockwork Orange. He was really old, so it was kind of hard to, I don't know. It's weird when people get old, they do look different sometimes.
It's true, I look different than I used to be. I used to be a lot smaller.
Well, is your face different?
I have less hair on top and more on the face, I guess, because I'm more scruffy.
I look the same. It's really weird. Like 11 years old to now.
You must have grown some in that time period.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean my face, though.
Your face didn't grow, but the rest of your body did? So you have a tiny head?
Yeah, I have like this giant palette of a face with his little like features on it. That's creepy.
Yes.
No. I didn't. No. But it's funny because I like... On my Facebook, my Gamerpixie Facebook page, actually there's a picture of me on there when I was like, I don't know, 16 years old, like 16 and a half. And I did like a side-by-side for me, and I was like, whoa, I look the same. It's really weird. And like, yeah, I think maybe 11 years old is a little exaggerating, because I think my face was probably a little more chubbier back then. But
for what it's worth, though, you exercise a lot and you stay active. That makes a difference. I sit around and I'm like, I like candy.
I like candy too. I just work out while I'm eating candy, which isn't necessarily better. Fuck. I could go for some Skittles right now.
I had some earlier.
Well, thanks.
Sorry.
Thanks for that. Which one's your favorite?
Sorry.
Maybe you could tell me that. Do you suck on them before you bite down on them?
No.
You just bite down on them?
Yes.
You like them?
I eat them. That's what you do.
Well, what the fuck, man? You don't play with your food before you... I do like doing that with, like, certain candies.
I'd be afraid if I sucked on a Skittle, I'd suck it and get stuck in my throat. But like...
Well, you know there's things called, like, swallowing. Like, you don't have to breathe while you're sucking.
So you're saying don't breathe while I eat. Okay, no.
No, you can breathe through your nose. Oh, God. You guys, this is what I have to deal with.
What?
This is even worse. Like, when we were doing our crazy, I was like, whoa, hypothetical world. Paul was like, well, that doesn't really make sense. And I was like, fuck it, it's hypothetical. We were doing this one about, what was it, about a bar? And I was like, what if I'm in the bar and you go outside and then the bar's on fire? But I didn't add that until later. Paul is just not, Paul, you know what? He's a
person.
Man who, shut up. He's a man who sticks to his fucking guns, you know? Sticks to his oats, sticks to his boats. You do, though. I mean, it's pretty funny. Like, if you ever try and play a hypothetical game with Paul, it just won't work. He'll be like, but you said this! And you're like, fuck it, man.
That's the problem with my brain is my brain overanalyzes everything. It's like, what is the logic in this situation? Unless I'm dating someone, then I'm like, that seems okay.
Oh, well, maybe we should do a dating one. So, okay, hypothetically, you're dating a woman
I would hope so.
Okay.
Was that the hypothetical? That I actually have a date? Oh, depression cast.
I'm sorry. No, but seriously, let's try this out if you're cool with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just worry because when Gamerpixie does a hypothetical, it could very quickly happen.
It's crazy.
Where I'm in a gay bathhouse, and you're like,
oh yeah,
do you suck everyone off, or do you kick a baby in the face? And I'm like, those are
pretty
choices.
much. That's pretty much. You kick a baby in the face while you're jerking everyone off. That'd be cool. I mean, it's got to be like a fake baby.
I don't think that's cool at all.
Well, I mean, like, it's a hypothetical. Like, I mean, you just throw
now
that out there.
Gamerpixie's going to think I'm cool.
Oh,
wait, you were asking. I have a date with a woman.
Yeah, I already think you're cool. I had a date with a woman while I jerked men off and kicked a baby. It's, it's plausible. Anything can happen in Gamerpixie's hypothetical world.
It would be a memorable date. I have a feeling she would not want a second date. And if she's the kind of person who wanted a second date after seeing that, probably not the kind of person you want to date.
Would you go to another date with her, though?
With my dating history, yes.
Oh. Well, no, because... Well, hold on.
Okay. What am I holding on to?
I'm trying to, hold on to your fucking boxers.
Oh. I am wearing boxers. How'd you know?
Well, I assume that most men wear boxers. I'm sexist. Anyway, fuck. Hold on. Damn it, Paul. Do you know what's in my mind right now? Do you know? Can you guess? Like, it has to do with work in the radio. I listened... No, go ahead.
I was saying illuminate me.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna light you up, bro. So I listened to the 80s station, and I don't remember if it was like, it's somebody Hayes, but it's that song that's in Back to the Future. Is his name Isaac Hayes? The guy who sings The Power of Love?
Oh, no.
That's something like Jonathan Hayes or Lewis Hayes. Is it Lewis Hayes? But that's the song in Back to the Future, and I was thinking about it because you're hypothetical. If you
don't you mean Huey Lewis?
I think it is Huey Lewis.
I hate when I have that where I'm like, I think it's Johnson, and you're like, it's Poughkeepsie. Yeah, that guy.
Seriously. Well, I'm like, I've kind of learned to just accept that I'm always going to be the person that knows something but cannot get the name or correct verb or anything right. Like, I always say the thingy and the thingy and the thingy.
That is me every time I try and quote a movie because I always get the words wrong.
Yeah, no, me too. Like, I mean, the only thing I can quote, like, without... Well, I mean, obviously, like... Your overconfidence is your weakness. Your faith in your friends is yours, bitch. He's like, well, I have good friends. Do you have any friends? I beg your father. Ooh, that's... And then he picks them up and he throws them off that nice little plateau thing. Not plateau, but a little thing. So we didn't talk about it anymore. Excuse me, if you can hear my ice, that's because I'm drinking ice. Can you quote things?
No, I'm not very good. I don't make monkeys, I just train them.
Do you like...
So are we doing the hypothetical on my date, or did that...
Fuck, well, I mean, you mean I got a little derivative... I got a little derailed because I was just thinking about the song that plays when he's on the hoverboard, and it's like... Dun, 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 and I was like, whoa, there's a Lewis in there or something. Yeah, but hypothetical. So, it's a nice summer afternoon. In Paris.
I'm actually. Why would I be in Paris?
Okay, hypothetical, motherfucker. Yeah, you're gonna say?
Am I visiting my cousin? My cousin was there recently, so.
That's not hypothetical, though. That was truth.
I wasn't there, though, so that was hypothetical. I wasn't really there.
God. Okay, fine. Let's bring your cousin into this. I was trying to leave out as many known people as possible, except for myself, because you know how my hypotheticals get. Okay. Alright, so, okay, I'm in Paris.
I'm in Paris because I came to visit my cousin, and what am I doing in Paris?
Okay, you are gonna go to the museum.
I like museums. The Louvre?
Okay. No. A different museum.
Alright.
Okay, so, hypothetically, you walk into this museum, and you're like, the woman... standing, the nearest woman standing at...
Wait, are you saying I'm that desperate that the first thing that's female, I gotta date that. There's boobies, I need them.
Movies?
Give me your boobies.
Give me your movie.
Give me your lady parts, please.
I mean...
I'll return them when I'm done.
Oh, God. And then hypothetically, the woman screams and runs away. Okay, no, yeah. So you see a woman, and from the behind, she looks really nice. You know, she's wearing a nice skirt, nice button up. I guess you can't tell because it's from the behind, but we'll say it's a button up. Hypothetically, she's got nice little pumps on. She's got nice flowing black hair with maybe some blonde highlights. I don't fucking know. She's pulling a Frankenstein's wife, or Dracula's wife. I don't know. So, you go talk to her, right? You go, like, tap on her shoulder, like, she's looking at art, so you're gonna be like, what are you looking at, girl? Right? You gonna do that?
No, because I don't usually go introduce myself to strangers.
See, this is another problem with doing the hypothetical would you rather things. Well, also, I'm not very good at them because I should have gave you 2 options. Okay, so do you go up next to her and quietly look at art next to her, or do you go up and you kind of go like, "Hey, baby, what you looking at? What you?"
Well, I only get 2 choices. In real life, I would just walk away and be like, "Oh, she was pretty."
My lord!
No, I mean seriously, I would. I wouldn't just go up to some stranger.
But if I wanted to know,
I don't even speak French.
She's
Je m'appelle Paul.
Oh, n'est-ce pas? Yeah, it's a freaking language of love. You don't need to know. You don't need fucking Rosetta Stone to tell someone how much you love them.
It's creepy if I walk up to a person in an art museum who I've never met before, and I'm like, je t'aime.
Je t'aime. Anyway. No. Okay. See, this is the thing about doing hypotheticals. You can't even get past the first level because Paul won't choose the choices you give him.
Well, I just have to stay true to my nature. I'm a hermit and a recluse. I'd go home and be like, she was pretty.
Well, you're already in... I was going to say ogre, but okay, you're already in Paris, and you run into a museum. Are you just going to say, hey?
Sorry.
Or are you going to go...
I need to see fucking art now! That's me running in.
Well, you know. This is like... You know what?
I'm having a literal art attack.
I gotta get this art in my
Alright, so I go up to her, and I stand and I look at the art.
Okay. You know what's funny is that this is kind of like a dating sim, so you should be really good at these. My hypotheticals.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah. Although I'm nowhere near as good as the people who make those.
I'm amazed how often I get the good ending on dating sims. It's weird. But
there's good endings?
Usually, yes.
Oh. I mean, there's more than one ending, is what I meant to say?
Yeah, usually the ones I play. I don't like playing kinetic novels. Kinetic novels have no choices. I like the ones with endings. So I'm standing next to this lady who's pretty on the backside, and I'm guessing is ugly on the front side, because I think you're setting me up. And I'm looking at the art.
No, okay. So, she sneezes. She goes, achoo! And so, do you look over and say, oh, bless you? Or do you just keep staring at the art? The wall. You're looking at a naked portrait, by the way.
Can I start jerking off? Oh, never mind.
Yeah, okay. It's on
Wait,
velvet.
why am I standing there? Wait, she's staring at someone's dong, and I'm like, I'm gonna stand next to her and stare at this dude's dong, too.
It may or may not be censored. Are you gonna say bless you? You're just gonna be a bitch and stare at the guy's gonads that may not be there. May or may not.
Well, I guess if I'm standing up there because I'm purposely trying to be close to her, I might as well say bless you.
Okay. So I said look over to her and say bless you. So you go bless you, and she like looks at you, and she's really cute.
She probably doesn't understand it because I said it in English.
I actually don't know how to say it in French, which is funny because like I actually should know that. Oh fuck. No, you look at her and she goes, "Oh, thank you," and she's got like a really nice accent, which I cannot replicate.
I was like, is she French or is she slow?
She's French.
Okay.
What's the difference? Okay, anyway, you know I was going there.
I thought that, but I wasn't going to say it, and then you went and said it. So.
Oh, you know what? Because I'm kind of like y'all.
I have lots of lovely French viewers, and I like to put videos up on the French site Dailymotion.
Ones too.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not like sending me pictures. I learned the hard way doing live shows. Don't ask people to send you pictures. So.
Oh yeah. Well, they'll probably send them to you anyway.
That's what happened.
Yeah. But anyway, she's like, "Thank you." Oh, fuck.
She wants me too much. I gotta bail. She's too excited about that. I just said bless you.
That's not in your options, Paul. You can't do that yet. I'm trying to think what she's gonna say. She's gonna go, "Oh, thank you. You're so kind."
See?
Are you
See,
from
needy.
the States?
From America, bitch.
I can't believe you. Oh.
It's called America. It's called freedom. Try it sometime, you communist.
Then why are you here?
To share freedom, like when we saved your ass in World War II. You're welcome.
Wow. I'm glad that you're not writing this story.
What? I'm making it amazing because it's about America now.
There's this cute little girl.
Yeah.
She's not little. Like, she's not young. She's just...
Yeah, wait, what are you getting me into? This better not be like my magical cosplay cafe when I find out it's an underage sister and I'm like, what?
What? Why did I know that earlier? Come here, dear, to Papa. Anyway, come here, dear, to Papa. I can't wait to hear the podcast. Like, come here, dear, to Papa. That's a thing. But anyway, she looks at you and she goes, "Oh, thank you." I'm not even gonna try. "Thank you. You're so kind. Oh, are you from around here?" You're gonna be like,
"No, I don't live in this museum, sorry."
Oh, you're so funny.
You're patronizing. I like you.
Oh, thanks. I like you too.
Yeah, it's creepy fast.
I'm trying to work in the shock part here, but it's really hard.
Yeah, you're trying to set me up with the fact that you're like, she's hideous. She's got an elephant man face.
No. Okay, so she's like, so you tell her you're not from around here. She's like, "Oh, would you like me to show you around some of the nice places, cafes?"
Sure.
Okay, cool. She's like, "Okay."
That's fun in your interactions with people. Sure. Okay, cool.
I do that too, though, because sometimes I don't want to play up too much, like, my excitement, so I'll just be like, "Yeah, whatever." Well, inside I'm like, yes.
Well, exactly. When you don't know someone, you want to play a little more cool than that lady did. You want to be like, "Oh, thank you." Wait, your accent, you from around here?
Wait, lady?
Yeah.
You mean yourself?
No, the lady that you just did, right?
But did the lady really go like, "Oh"?
You were like, "Oh, thank you, you're so kind." I was like, "Whoa, get back off, sister. If you want to ride the dick ride, you got to be a little less enthusiastic the whole way through. I can't have you enthusiastic about anything. That ruins the mood."
So I guess we have to be depressed when we ride the dick train thing. What is it?
That's best.
I've never heard of this dick train.
I've never called it that. "Hey, ladies, want to ride the dick train?" "Oh, the board. Not you, you're too big. Oh!"
That's going in my daydreams. Anyway,
Me getting my hips crushed. Perfect. So she's gonna take me to a cafe or something?
Yeah, well, she's like, it's like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you the best cafes. How would you like that?"
I don't like coffee.
"Oh, great. Let me just get my sister."
Oh, sweet, a threesome. This is working out. Wait, is she ugly too?
Oh, wait, hold on. 2?
Well, you
The
said
first one's
you said you were
cute.
gonna work up a surprise. This was the surprise. She's got a dick.
No. Okay, so there's another woman, and you can see she's not bent over like seductively, but she's like over some.
Is it a grandma?
What?
Is it a grandma?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's not a grand mama. Yes, she's like, let me just get my sister, and I'll introduce you to her, and we'll both go to lunch together.
Oh, I thought it was getting rejected that fast.
No.
I thought she was like, how about you go with my sister now? I wish I hadn't talked to you.
No, she's like, oh, you'll love my sister. She's super nice. We're twins. So,
Oh, yeah.
you know, they're twins, so she's gonna look just as cute as her.
Maybe.
So, yeah, anyway, so she's like, grabs your hand, she kind of grabs, you're wearing a
Whoa.
long sleeve shirt, and she grabs you, kind of loosely by the wrist. She's
Don't
very
touch
gentle.
me.
She's very, you said you were cool with anything on this trip.
Okay,
That's
okay.
what you told me
You're the
in the
narrator.
story.
I'm gonna let you run with it, narrator.
Okay.
She's
so you
violating
grab-
my
she
personal
grabs you.
space. I'm just saying that. Okay, please continue.
Oh my god, it's like not even in script yet, it's just words coming out of my mouth. I just hate to think of like how uncomfortable you get if I animated any of this. Actually, probably think it's funny. But yeah, long story short, because I can see you have your sheet of paper trying to get a question. Oh, okay, cool. Alright, I just been notified that I can continue with my bullshit. Alright, so she grabs you, and she kind of grabs you, she pulls you over, and she's just the cutest thing. You can hear her platform shoes kind of click on the marble of the museum floor. You can see her black and blonde flowing hair. You know, she's just really cute. She's running over, she's pulling you to another person in the museum who's bending over some postcards. A box of postcards.
I get this image that, like, she's really cute, and we go to her twin sister who's supposed to be identical, and she's hunched over and gnarled, and she's like, hi!
No, come on.
Isn't my sister beautiful, just like me? You look nice. Okay. Postcards, and the lady's bent over them.
Yeah, and she's also got beautiful dark hair, very black.
I do like dark hair.
Yes, and she's got nice little
Boobs?
instead of blonde. Yes, they're not little. These women are very nicely equipped.
Voluptuous?
Yes.
Alright.
Why not? I was just thinking about what I consider voluptuous is, and I'm like, I guess any woman that I can bury my face in her breast is probably good too.
Are you like, hold
So-
up a moment, I need to find out with the pixie test if you're voluptuous. And they're like, what are
Yeah.
you doing? You diving head first. You're like, okay.
I mean, I love women of all sizes, and whatevers. But yeah, they're pretty jiggly.
Alright.
So, the sister, instead of the blonde highlight, she's got red. She's kind of like the little differences, you know, little nuances, so you can tell which one is candy and peppermint.
Are they strippers? Am I gonna get a
No.
venereal disease?
No. Well, if they're strippers, I don't think you get a disease because they just strip, right? Do people, like, put dollars up their things, dollars that have diseases on them?
There are strippers who hook on the side, so you never know.
Well, I mean, like, you wouldn't expect an airline pilot to also be, like, a clown.
I don't expect anyone to be a clown, so...
Well, you know. Alright. The less you know about me, the better.
So the sister is looking at postcards.
I know, I can't get past this because I keep trying to look for a really good twist.
You're
I'm
trying to
so
set...
picking this up on-
The thing is, when Gamerpixie does hypotheticals, she always tries to set you up with something terrible.
Oh yeah, no, seriously, like the two guys, the first one we did was the two guys fighting outside their car and like the other guy kills the other one and you're like, he's like, grab his phone or something, like use your phone and you're like, I'm not gonna use my phone, bro. It was really weird. But yeah, so she pulls you over and she's like, hey sis. And so the
Your
woman,
voice changed, lady.
hey sis. So her sister like gets up or does not bend over, she stands up erect and then she turns and her hair's like really pretty, you know, like everything is nice, the boobs, the hips, the neck, and the hands.
She's not the only thing that's erect.
Yeah, so you look at her And you're like, oh, she's really pretty. And you're kind of looking her up or down. And then you realize that her entire face is as if someone broke the face off of a porcelain doll. She has literally a piece of her face, like a cracked open.
So she's got like a giant scar or divot?
No, her face is gone.
Yeah.
Like the inside of her face, like, is hollow, just meat. And then the sister's like, "Hi, Peppermints. I'd like you to meet my new friend, Paul." And then
I didn't say my name.
"I'd like you to meet our new friend, America."
America's always your friend. Well, depending on what country you are.
And then, the woman puts out her hand. Are you gonna shake her hand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did your parents really name you guys Peppermint Candy?
And I don't want to go on with the story too much longer because I'm kind of running out of things to say. So you grab her hand and it pops out of her socket, and then her sister screams at you, and then you all go to a cafe, and it's fun, fun, fun.
Do you mind if I give myself a hand job now that I have this?
She's like screaming and crying.
Why would I rip her arm off? Why would I just be like, thanks?
Because it fell off. Like, you didn't know. What is consumed? What is assumed is, like, normal human strength to her, since she's a fragile, doll, face-missing woman. She cannot handle that. Like, you didn't even ask. You're so insensitive.
Why did she put her hand out to be to have someone shake her
She
head?
can't see you. She can't see you, so she doesn't know if you're a person that isn't capable of being gentle with porcelain doll women with missing faces. And then you all went to the Baguette Square. Hold on. Don't talk to me right now because I just accidentally unplugged my headphones.
Accidentally my ass.
Oh,
enough of the Paul.
What? No.
Oh, welcome back. What happened?
Oh, hi. I heard you say ass.
Yeah, I swear.
I'm going to unfriend you because I don't want to potty mouth this podcast, buddy.
Well, yeah.
You fucking horrible horror of a man.
That is one of my pet peeves, is that some people are like, I don't use dirty language, so I'm better than you, and I can be an asshole. No, that doesn't mean you can be an asshole about it.
Just means you're a different idiot.
Like, if you don't like a certain kind of language, fine. But if you don't, if you don't like me using the word asshole, that's okay. But then don't be a shithead about it yourself. Just go somewhere I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't come into your house and be like, asshole, asshole, asshole. That's why you have locks.
Sure.
I've tried to get in.
That's why you have locks. I thought it was locks keeping burglars away, also keeping the potential Paul running into my house. That's why I never keep my door locked, because I'd love to meet Paul, but he never comes to my house.
I'm afraid I'm going to rip your arm off when I shake it, so,
I'm not a doll woman. Ugh.
Well, doll woman, would you like to do some questions?
Yes, sir.
Anime Wolfie asks, question, favorite animal, and or who's your favorite Pokemon/fictional animal? Happy face!
Happy face! That's better than a sad face.
You want to start with favorite animal?
Sure. That'll be simpler, I think. I don't know what my favorite animal, is. Sorry, that was a spoon. Anyway.
I thought everybody had a favorite animal. I thought, like, that's the first thing as a kid. You're like, my favorite animal is
It changes, though. When I was a kid, I loved snow leopards, and I really like wolves. I still like wolves to this day, but I mean, it's really changed. I love octopuses.
They're incredibly smart. They're scary smart.
Am I saying octopuses?
Yeah.
That is more. That's plural, right? Or is it
some
octopi?
people are going to be like, it's octopi, but the word octopus is the Greek word, and as the Greek word, you would use the English pluralization. I can't say pluralization. You know what I mean? Yes. Latin words are the ones that end in I for the plural. So yeah, octopuses would be technically the correct term if you want to look at it that way. So
entomology, yeah, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna go with what you're saying. Yeah, but octopuses they're cool. They are creepy, but they're such fascinating creatures. I mean, they look like Cthulhu. I mean, that's pretty cool.
There's someone who commented on one of my videos today, and the username is, I think it was Dr. Cthulhu, and it had like this super cute little like Cthulhu like avatar, and it was like, oh, that's the cutest Cthulhu ever. Cthulhu.
Cthulhu.
Cute
Or
Thulu.
Cthulhu. Wait, is there actually Cthulhu or Cthulhu? Is that just like a thing people do to be like, oh, I say it different, or what?
You mean a difference in pronunciations, or Cthulhu period as a character?
Oh no, difference in pronunciations.
I don't know. It might be one of those things like if there's a word you've read before, like the game I was talking about earlier, Kokoro Doki Doki. Like when you read a word but you've never heard anyone pronounce it, you just kind of pronounce it how you think it is, and then sometimes years later you find out it's wrong, and you're like, oh. Oh
shit! I'll just keep saying it this way then. Well, I do that too, but I've heard it both ways ever since I was a kid. Cthulhu, Cthulhu. Call of Cthulhu, Call of Cthulhu. Like
yeah, I'd never heard Cthulhu before, but.
My brother read a lot of Lovecraft when he was younger, so yeah, I heard a lot of Cthulhu and Cthulhu. But anyway, we're totally like putting off our answer.
Well, you said it used to be a snow leopard or a wolf, and now you like octopuses.
I do, but I still like other ones. I mean, like, I love...
You're like, I don't want to offend any of the animals. I don't want one of the animals to be listening and be like, why do you love me best?
I'm not afraid of offending animals. I think bees are okay. Bees?
No, I meant animals, but then you start talking about bees. And like...
So are, like, squirrels delicious?
Maybe. I've never eaten a squirrel before.
My dad is always trying to get me into eating squirrels because we have a lot of ground squirrels around here that he's been shooting because that's the only way to really pest control. It's funny, everyone in the neighborhood does it because they are actually being such pests that they're breaking down concrete patios and such.
I think you live in the 1840s. Some guy, girls playing games, that must be for a man. You're like, yeah, my daddy, he's been hunting squirrels, and yesterday I saw a bobcat and there was a grizzly bear I rode. I want to see the adventures of Gamerpixie.
It's not too interesting. Actually, the most adventurous thing that happened is when I was at work, I was putting out the patio furniture, and I turned around, and there was an old woman, like, in freaking more than arm length, like, hugging length. And she scared the hell out of me, and I tried not to swear, so I just kind of went, and I made that sound, I just, like, gasped, and I was shaking. She's like, are you open? And I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, you startled me. And I was trying to regain my, like, composure, and she's like, are you open?
She's like, I need my motherfucking frozen yogurt, kid.
I got pretty mad, too. I was like, yes, of course. And then when she walked over to choose stuff, I went behind the counter, I was like,
Is that like one of those things where someone startles you and then you're scared and angry at the same time? You want to punch them?
Well, I was more just like scared, and then I composed myself again, and then I just was angry because I was like, bitch, I told you I was scared. Yeah, not one of my favorite animals is old women.
It's a shame for them.
Yeah, whatever. You're not a benefit to society.
What? Well, that turned fast. Usually you're the nice, sweet one, and you're like, I hate old people.
That's sweet. No, but right now the favorite animal I can think of is probably I'm gonna go with a wild tensioner, which is a kind of bird that I've been seeing recently, and it has a really cute song, and the male has a very gold, almost like gold with orange red highlights on his head, like covers his entire head. It's very pretty. And I'll go with that, so it's a bird.
This is like our video game questions when people are like, what game would you like to be in? And you have a well thought out answer, and I'm always like, Back to the Future!
I was gonna say, I like the Back to the Future animal!
I'm like, I like bears!
Oh.
That's my answer.
What kind,
I like bears. All the bears! Even pandas, which they say aren't technically bears, but fuck you, scientists. They can be whatever I want them to be.
They are technically bears, but I can't remember why.
Oh, I thought they were technically a part of the raccoon family.
Shit, did they do that? Like, this is the thing. Like, I learned about the planets, and I stopped learning about the planets, and then they changed Pluto to a dwarf planet.
I like panda bears, I like snow bears, I like brown bears, I like black bears, I like grizzly bears, I like all the bears. I like, except for the Chicago Bears.
Ooh, boo.
And what about favorite Pokemon? Pokemon!
Gotta catch 'em, it's you and me. Sing it with me. You know it's our destiny.
I never remember the words to the song, to be honest.
Oh, shit.
In the game, it was, who was it? Charmander, because you start with him if you... Well, you can't start with
Choose him.
Yeah. I don't know,
I
on the
think you can choose
show,
one.
I think I like Jigglypuff, because me and my friend Dave, when we used to work in the bakery a long time ago, sometimes we'd just be like, Jigglypuff!
Jigglypuff.
We just started singing it. So, I like Jigglypuff for that reason.
My mom loves Jigglypuff. She used to sing like that all the time, and it would embarrass me. And now I'm just like, man, I wish I was more cool.
I should
like
hang out
that.
with your mom.
Well,
She sounds cool.
I don't know if I'll be very comfortable with that. Be like, knock on the door. Well, Paul, hey! I put out my arms to hug you, and you like walk right past me, and you're like, hello, Mrs. Pixie. Like, okay.
What about your favorite Pokemon?
Tough decision. I love Mewtwo, because he was so, like, philosophical, like, I will end Pokemon, or Pokemon, or whatever I had to do in the first movie. I was a bitch.
I already feel
Very intense.
stupid, because you're like,
Why?
I haven't thought out reason. I'm like, he's a Jigglypuff, I like him.
No, I have more like that. Like, I love
Okay.
Psyduck, because I don't even know what his power is. I think he confuses one. He's a psychic Pokemon, and I think he confuses other Pokemon, but he goes, Psyduck! And Misty always tried to use him, and whenever she did, he would do that, and then she'd be like, oh, why don't you work? And you're like, Misty, after, like, the third time, you think that might not work. But I love Mewtwo. I love Mew, because Mew's really cute, most powerful Pokemon. Mewtwo is supposed to be, like, the laboratory version of that. If I get my lore correct, I'm not entirely sure. And, wow. Oh, God. I don't want to say a Pikachu,
It's okay to like Pikachu.
but I really do like Pikachu because of the design, and it's just a very cute, very enjoyable little, like, oh, it's the only Pokemon that they actually really gave a character to, besides Meowth, which I love Meowth too. I don't know why they gave him a Brooklyn accent, and I don't know why he can speak English. But yeah, Pikachu, Mewtwo, or Mew, maybe, and then we'll throw Wheezy in there. Yeah, sorry, I don't know if any of the other generations of Pokemon, so I can only give you first generation. And Jigglypuff is also first generation, so. Alright.
Alright, Eccentric in Texas asks, this week's question is an easy one. Thank God it's not
Yay.
calculus. Don't you think
I can do calculus.
What?
I said I can do calculus.
I never learned that, unfortunately.
It's easy peasy, boy.
Eccentric says, don't you think Trevor from GTA would have been better with a lazy eye?
Alright. My answer to this is going to be really weird, and then it's going to set Paul off into a crazy hysteria. I think a lazy eye would have made the character more ridiculous and funny, like more than he is, but, and I would love that, because he's already ridiculous, and that's why we like him. He's ridiculous, and he looks like a mess. But I don't want him with the lazy eye, because for some reason, there's something attractive about that guy, and I want him to have perfectly working eyes. Your thoughts on this, Paul?
I agree with your former statement. Not so much, not the attractive part, but the other part. I think if you had a lazy eye, then it starts to become comical and part of his strength of character. And that's a hard line to walk, is insanity and craziness without being totally... He's over the top, but over the top where you're like, yeah! Not over the top where you're like, oh, look at that! He jumped off a building 1,000,000 stories and landed okay.
Yeah. Well, actually, that's probably, when you described it like that, like, my attraction to him is not, like, sexual as much as I find the character would be more appealing because he's a little more relatable. Like, he's not totally, like, goofy. You know what I'm saying? From, like, Mickey Mouse, the whole thing. Like, the lazy eye seems like a little bit too much. They might have made it work, but there's too many things, like, I don't know.
Watch somebody edit a video now with it and we're like, oh, man... It does work. It's better this way.
Well, I mean, like, he's just... It would be really funny. Like, I would like it, and it would add to his craziness, but... I don't know. There's just something about him having two eyes that work. It just...
So what we really learned is you have a crush on Trevor. I see how it is.
Yes. No, I do. I do have a crush. I have a crush on, like, every character in that game. Well, the character...
Even, who's that, Lester?
Not so much, but sure. Could make it work. No, I'm so weird with my crushes. So, to answer your question, we'd love to see it, but no, we don't think the character would necessarily be better. You know? Yeah. Photoshop it in, mod it, and then we'll see.
Somebody could mod that if there's one out there. Yeah.
Yes, they could, Paul. But I was gonna go into weird crushes.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want to go?
No, that's okay. That's not good. I'm listening. I'm all ears. I'm nothing but ears.
Ew, gross. I feel like if I yelled, you would like hear me from the back of you as well.
Ew.
Yeah, like if I was in front of you and I was like, "Hey, Paul!" Like you would hear me from your lower back as well. You hear me everywhere. Ugh. Could never tell a secret next to you because you're all ears. Anyway, I can't stop thinking about that. That's disgusting.
Yeah, you kind of gave me the visual image too, so thanks for that.
Well, gotta help a buddy out. Anyway, do you have any weird crushes, you think?
No, not really. I'm sorry that's not a really good answer, but no.
Well, I mean, you never seen something and you were like, I'm oddly attracted to this.
Only people I've dated.
Aww. No gaming, anything. Or, like, even media, like a film. Like, what about Pee-wee's, his girlfriend? Not really girlfriend.
Simone?
She's cute.
No,
Simone, yeah.
That's not been my thing.
Pee-wee, I fixed your horn. Want to go on the drive-in with me?
I don't know, when I was a little... Oh, she was cute, now that I think about it.
Yeah, she is cute.
That wasn't Simone, yeah, the mechanic girl, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So you thought she was cute. And I mean, like, that's not really weird because what I'm about to say is, like...
Now I'm waiting with bated breath. You must tell us.
Well, I mean... I need to use the word attractive rather than cute because there's a difference there. But I do find... I'm looking for a very weird one.
Octodad?
No.
But you
But
love
that
octopuses.
anatomy
That would totally fit in.
I do! But I don't look at an octopus and go like, oh yeah, baby, touch me with all 8 squids.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't do it for me, man. In fact, it might undo it for me forever.
Yeah, tentacle porn is weird. I don't get, who was like, an octopus and a lady, I need to see that. Oh, yeah.
I did stumble upon that in my adventures. And it wasn't exactly the most hottest thing. I thought the woman looked nice, but I didn't think the tentacles were any sort of niceness. In fact, I thought they really obstructed the niceness of the woman. It was too much. I like old Ocelot.
Was that your weird one that you were going to mention?
It wasn't the weirdest one. I can't remember anymore which one that was. Oh, I know a weird one. So you know ghouls?
From Fallout?
Fallout?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fallout 3, though, specifically, because they all kind of look the same. I mean, the females look different.
That is the most racist thing against ghouls I've ever heard.
Well, like, you can't even tell their race anymore, because they're all, like, melted.
True.
I think ghouls are somehow attractive. I like their voices, and I like the way that they're, like, half skeleton guys.
Gamerpixie, I can't do it gravelly enough, because they're always like, I think,
hold on. Gotta get some... You keep trying. I'm gonna try and get my voice. I can't. No, I can't. Oh. But like the guy works at the bar. I always use him as reference because I can never remember his fucking name. But he's like the best looking ghoul in my opinion. Because Nightkin, those are like ghouls. Are they ghouls? Nightkins?
I thought Nightkin aren't they mutants that were different, that could stealth, I thought.
Oh, because they OD'd on that shit, right?
Yeah.
The stuff that makes you, like, stealth boy. I don't know. It's like a thing, the drug you shoot. Yeah. No, I think ghouls are attractive in a weird way. I don't know. Just something about a man stripped down somewhat to nothing but his personality is attractive to me.
Well, you turned it around to a very sweet note at the end. You're like, it's about who they are on the inside. Not the deformed flesh monster on the outside.
Well, you know, that's also kind of gives a cool thing going on there. Do
you want to head out on that note?
Sure.
Everybody.
Bye.
See you next time.
If you're ever sending me photos, please burn half of your face off before you send
Oh,
them to
don't
me.
do that, because if someone does it, you're gonna be scarred forever.
No, I won't. I will be so happy. And please drink. Please set the Kahlua on fire before you drink it, and then send me a video of you talking. Please. That will make my night. My daydreams will always be the same. Your image forever burnt into my mind. no pun
Literally.
intended. Yeah. Alright, we'll head out, I guess. Loves.